Good evening, future graduates and believers. My name is Samantha Williams. Tonight I would like to discuss with you a topic I feel very confident in, and I want to share with you further knowledge in a sport called color guard. I'd like to begin with a very simple question. What is a sport? Have you ever been thrown into bright stadium lights, dressed in glitter from head to toe, and told to dance around with a flag 6 feet tall? This kind of performance is always misunderstood by the average football fan, calling them flag girls or band members, which is definitely not the case. This group of people throwing around colorful flags, heavy rifles, and shiny sabers into the air is known as a color guard. Color guard coordinates with the band to create choreography, equipment work, and performance. With these techniques, an audience can see a visual image of the story being told by the color guard and the marching band. So, have you ever swept through an 8-hour day of practice, been yelled at 10 times over and over, and crawled your way home you were so exhausted? This is what could happen if you join any sports team. Any sports team. According to Teen Inc., a sport is defined as an activity involving physical exertion and skill, which is an individual or team competing against one another in a tournament. Color guard should be considered a sport because of the skills used, teamwork shown, and competitive attitude they have to fight for what they want. This group of athletes works just as hard as any other sports team through choreography, equipment, and performance. The time and energy put into each practice is worth those few seconds under the fame of the stadium lights of the football field. Each week, color guard members practice for hours, several days a week, 5 to 6 days a week. Color guards spend 15 to 20 hours a week marching up and down a field that is 50 by 70 foot long, carrying around a rifle or saber, just as any other team would spend their time practicing, if not longer. For a color guard, the team is judged on the equipment, design, and movement. The amount of difficulty the team puts into their work, the colors and presentation used, and the flow of everything is all practiced over and over, just to be judged for about 3 to 5 minutes. Understanding a sport is easy if you are interested in it, but if you have no clue what you're looking at, then you can often misjudge it. Preparing for a game day like any other sport does, the color guard will warm up before a show, dress to perfection, and be ready to go at any time. Of course, the guard will have marching uniforms that they all arrive in. They will look as one unit, all matching. The color guard will be supportive of each other on a game day, and encouraging others, of course, if there's ever any nerves. With any other sports team, you will have strong players, you will have your weak players, just like in color guard. One of the most important things in color guard we work on is unity. If one member is struggling, they can always turn to a senior member for help. Few sports teams have little siblings they look after. This means that an older member looks after a new member like a big sister, little sister kind of thing. Through the years, team members will become very close and make new friends. Doing something you love is always worth the fight. If you are having trouble and get frustrated, just keep working at it. Eventually you'll get it. Being a part of a team is a big responsibility. You have to work at it, not just for yourself, but for your teammates. Along with all the sweat, tears, and occasional blood, there are many rewards to being a color guard member. You get the chance to travel, you get the fame, the glory of winning a championship, and the best family of friends anyone could ask for. Color guard is a sport that brings people together to accomplish one common goal through flags, rifles, sabers, all just to tell a story to your audience, hoping they won't forget it. The 4 days a week spent practicing, all for one show a week of barely 5 minutes, really is worth the time and effort. A sport is defined as an activity involving physical exertion and skill in which an individual or team competes against one another or others for entertainment. Therefore, you should never underestimate the power of spinning, tossing, catching that a color guard has. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you thought color guard was not a sport, then you were wrong. These members break a sweat, practice endlessly, and give a great performance for you to see. Don't judge a book by its cover before understanding what you're looking at. The next time you're at a football stadium, don't waste your time going and getting snacks during a halftime break. Sit down and watch what the color guard and the marching band has put together for you. Thank you for your time today.